Hello and welcome to the Power BI November 2020 update. In this video, we'll explore what's new this month and see some demos of the highlights. Let's jump right in. In the reporting section, we're excited to announce that we're previewing a new field list that unifies the designs across the data, model, and report views in Power BI Desktop. This month, we're rolling out the fields list for the model view only. You'll find updates to its icons, search functionality, context menu, drag and drop behavior, tooltips, and accessibility controls. While this change should have a low impact on your typical data workflow, we hope to create consistency and alleviate confusion for both functionality and the UI across the different views. So go ahead and enable the preview feature, give it a go, and let us know what you think. We're also previewing an updated model view. You can use the model view in Power BI Desktop to view and work with complex datasets that contain many tables. We've made a number of changes to this experience to promote clarity and convenience. These include updated table card header colors, storage mode icons, error icons, table card tooltips, table card collapsing, new table card property formatting options, and a number of performance improvements. To try the new look, go into the model view and select Upgrade Now. Next, the Apply All Filters feature is now generally available. We previewed this feature in May to help optimize the filter pane for query reduction by applying all filter changes at once. This capability is useful if you want to defer when to apply filter changes so that you only have to wait once after you're ready to apply new filters to the report or to visuals. This month, we've made a few usability improvements to the feature. First, you can now change the fill color for the button in the formatting pane or in the theme file. And second, the clear filter action will now also only apply when you've hit the Apply button on the filter pane. Note that while you can enable this feature at the report level, the feature will be off by default. You can turn it on in the Power BI Desktop by going to the Query Reduction page of the Options menu and selecting the option to add a single Apply button to the filter pane to apply changes at once. We're also excited to announce that you can now add zoom sliders to your Cartesian charts. Zoom sliders allow report creators and consumers an easy way to examine a smaller range of data in a chart without having to use a filter. Further, using zoom sliders to change the range of the data will not affect contextual information like calculated trend lines. We have also extended the Data Point Rectangle Select preview feature to the map visual. Now you can click and drag across your maps to create a selection rectangle, allowing you to easily select multiple points at once. In the Analytics section, we're happy to be previewing the Anomaly Detection feature. Anomaly Detection helps you to enhance your line charts by automatically detecting anomalies in your time series data. It also provides explanations for the anomalies to help you with root cause analysis. Ansi will take us through this feature.
Anomaly detection helps you enhance your line charts by automatically detecting anomalies in your time series data. It also provides explanations for these anomalies to help with root cause analysis. Let's look at this page where we have some information about the online sales data. I can add the anomaly detection capability on this line chart showing revenue over time by selecting the chart and adding the Find Anomalies option in the Analytics pane. With just this one click, the chart gets automatically enriched with anomalies and the expected range of values. As you can see, whenever a value goes outside this expected boundary, it is marked as an anomaly. This experience is highly customizable. You can format the anomaly shape, for example, the anomaly size, the color, the expected range style, transparency, and even the expected range color. You can also configure the parameter of the algorithm. For example, if you increase the sensitivity, The algorithm would be very sensitive to changes in your data, such that even if there is a slight deviation, then it is marked as an anomaly. On the other hand, if you decrease the sensitivity, the algorithm would be more selective on what is marked as an anomaly. You can also automatically explain these anomalies by just clicking on them. For example, for this anomaly on August 30th, Power BI runs this analysis across the fields in my data model to figure out the possible explanations. It gives me a natural language explanation of the anomaly. Here I can see that on August 30th, the revenue was $5,000, whereas the expected range was between $2,000 and $3,000. And the factors associated with my anomaly is sorted by the explanatory strength. The cards in this pane can be opened to see more details about the explanation. You can also control the fields that I used for the analysis. For example, I can drag in a couple of my fields in the online sales data here into the explain by field well. So if I drag in city and seller, Power BI restricts the analysis to just those fields. In this case, the anomaly on August 30th seems to be coming from a particular seller and city. I can also choose to add this visual to my report. This visual basically shows that there was a spike in revenue for Northwind traders at the same time on August 30th, where there was a spike in the overall revenue. Now I can contact the seller and see what's going on with the revenue. In just a couple of clicks, the new anomaly detection capability made it super easy to find these insights without slicing and dicing the data. Please check out the documentation page to learn more about this feature.
We've also heard your feedback on the Q&A visual, and we've brought partial matching for data values to the visual. Before this update, if you typed in a request like, "Show me sales for Azure," the question would fail if the actual value was Microsoft Azure. Now we will give you intelligent matches by searching the data for potential matches as well. In the data connectivity section, the Hive LLAP connector is now generally available, as well as its addition to the on-prem data gateway. This connector provides both import and direct query capabilities and the ability to specify Thrift Transport Protocol as standard or HTTP. You can find the connector in the other section of the Get Data dialog. Second is the Anaplan connector. This is a user-friendly native connector for Power BI, allowing you to connect your Anaplan data and models to Power BI to align with your specific KPIs and brand. The connector lets you load export actions saved within Anaplan models directly into Power BI. You can find this connector in the other section of the Get Data dialog. Third is the Starburst Presto connector. Starburst Data provides accelerated data analytics at scale with Power BI. Together, the query processing can be performed in Presto and leveraged by Power BI, allowing access to data anywhere. You can find this connector in the other section of the Get Data dialog. In the Service section, we're excited to introduce certified and promoted reports and apps. Organizations are increasingly seeking to build a data culture so they can leverage insights every day at all levels of their organization and across users with a variety of analytical skill sets. A key enabler for that data culture is the availability of data that represents a single source of truth, enabling users to make decisions based on trusted data. Previously, we encouraged the use of standardized data by releasing endorsements for datasets and dataflows. Now we're extending this capability to reports and apps, enabling business users to be confident that they're making business decisions based on the right data. Any user with an admin, member, or contributor role in the workspace can now promote their content, marking it as trusted and ready to be shared. This promoted content will have higher visibility, making it easier for business users to find and identify. We're also happy to announce that the new look of the Power BI service is now live. All of its improvements, from navigation updates to the simplified action bar for reports and dashboards, have now been fully released to all tenants and users. Thank you for your feedback during the public preview as we made incremental updates to modernise and simplify the Power BI service. Next, in the embedded section, we're introducing the Takeover API for paginated report data sources. This is a new Power BI API for reports that will allow for the transfer of ownership of paginated report data sources to the authorised user calling the API. This API will make it easier for authorised users to update data sources and perform other actions that only owners of data sources can perform. We're also aligning the Q&A embed experience with the Q&A visual by providing an input box for you to type questions and see suggestions. This embed experience supports all the new features available for the desktop Q&A visual. And lastly in this section, in May, we announced the availability of new developer samples for Power BI Embedded. These new samples should help developers get up and running in a variety of programming languages and frameworks, providing examples of REST API calls from various languages. We're continuously updating the samples with the latest technologies and new PowerShell scripts for automation, so be sure to check them out. In the visualization section, we have a variety of new and updated visuals available for you on AppSource. New this month, the forecast visual by Predmac, the global launch estimated by TheraTrack, the lollipop column chart by Nova Silver, the dynamic KPI card by Ceraviso, the shielded HTML viewer by Nova Silver, the TheraTrack timeline by TheraTrack, and the workforce visual by TheraTrack. Updated visuals this month include version 4.4 of Zebra BI Charts, Zoom Charts' new Drill Down Map Pro, and the XViz Scatter Bubble Chart. More information on all of the new and updated visuals can be found on our blog and in their respective links in the video description below. Lastly, this month's editor's picks are the Bowtie Chart by Mac Software, the Collaborate visual by ValQ, the Collage visual by CloudScope, and the Drill Down Donut Pro by Zoom Charts. You can find these editor's picks and all of the other mentioned visuals on AppSource. In the Developers section, we're excited to announce the Fetch More Data API 3.4 release. The Fetch More Data API enables custom visuals to bypass the 30,000 row data limit when more data is needed. With the new 3.4 API release, we've extended the API's functionality to support a new approach to loading data chunks. In addition to the existing approach which aggregates all requested chunks, the API now also supports loading chunks incrementally. This new approach allows for more flexibility in the way additional data chunks are loaded into the visual. We've also added a new feature that enables developers to override the AppSource published visual version with a local file version in both desktop and service. This is particularly useful when developers want to test or debug a local version of a visual that is already published in AppSource. And we invite you to join us at community.powerbi.com for the latest on upcoming Power BI events and opportunities for you to jump in and become someone's Power BI hero simply by helping answer community members' questions. And also don't forget to check out my favourite, seeing the awesome work of our community members posted in the Data Stories gallery. And if you haven't already done so, go ahead and register with a Power BI community, as we'd love to see your cool report and ways you're using the newly released features. Who knows, you might just win some cool swag and highlight your work at the same time. And that's all for this month. We hope you enjoyed the updates, and please keep sending us feedback on what you'd like to see in upcoming releases. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next month.